Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Okay, engines fired up, we're set. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining. Jackson ahead. Okay, so their best lap time, 1 minute 13.7. to spend time repairing the damage to the car. Okay mate, our best lap so far, 1:13.7. Okay, we're 12th in the speed trap, 333.1 kilometers per hour. Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go. And we've dropped to P12. Jackson's ahead of you. Right, their best lap time, 1:13.7. And that's Maya behind you now. Right, their best lap, 1:13.8. And that's 8 laps of fuel remaining. Drop to P11. Understood, stopping this lap.
with qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. Zandvoort circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. And watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to attempt an overtake. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. What a great lap from Alexander Albon yesterday. He'll start from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Russell, Esteban Ocon and Sainz, Gasly, Leclerc, Hamilton and Surfer Girl, Jackson, Mayer, Isaac Hadjar and Hulkenberg, Piastri, Stroll, Ollie Behrman and Franco Colapinto, Sonoda, Doohan, Bortoletto and Andrea Kimi Antonelli rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me, bringing glamour and expertise to our commentary today, Naomi Schiff. Now, Ant, I could go on for hours, and I probably will, about the atmosphere here today, the Sea of Orange, this Dutch Formula One festival. But once you're in the cockpit, once the visor's down, what are the challenges for the drive?
Well, what an incredible circuit. It feels just like a roller coaster. This track has some extreme banking that if you walk the track, you almost feel like you're horizontal. It also has some blind corners, so make sure you're not looking at the nose of your car and that you're looking far ahead. And if you look far enough past the Orange Army, you might even spot the beach.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. There's serious damage to the underbody. Repeat, serious damage to the underbody. Ocon is ahead of you. Time last lap, 1 minute 16.6. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Okay, gap ahead, 3.5 seconds. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Albon ahead, and the time last lap, 1:16.6. Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, be very careful, the floor's incurred massive damage. And that's 41 laps of fuel remaining. Okay mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment, we need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Overtake now, come on, push hard. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 7.9 seconds. this lap. Push now. Pit now. The Alpine driver's in the pits. Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus on the pit stop. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. In the pits. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 4.1 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 5.5 seconds. Okay mate, picking your moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please. got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Catching the car ahead by a couple of seconds a lap now, really good. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.3 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.1 seconds. There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating. Okay, it's not good news, I'm afraid. Seems like an engine issue. So the issue seems to be fixed, but we'll keep monitoring it from our end. Okay, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.5 seconds. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, we're boxing this lap, give us the best in lap you can. Leclerc behind. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1 minute 16.7. Box now please, box this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Sonoda ahead. They're on old mediums, and the time last lap, 1:18.4. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. stop now. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay mate, okay, Sonoda's behind you. It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please. Gap to the car in front, 1.5 seconds. Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to. Don't forget about the overtake ERS mode in your MFD. It's a good boost but drains quickly, so use it with caution. Push, push. Behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres. Running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Okay, gap ahead, 8.8 seconds. Just ahead, push for that position. Okay, gap to the car in front, 8.8 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 10.7 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 10.5 seconds. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Great stuff, you hit that target. Really good job. That's P5, you're in P5. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 4.2 seconds. Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. You're 10 seconds behind the car ahead. On him, you might make a mistake. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 12.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Piastri's behind you now. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. All right, 6 laps to go now. Okay, mate, we've got loads of ERS in reserve, so let's have a big push and use it all up. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.0 seconds. Okay, clear. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. And gap to the car in front, 6.9 seconds. McLaren driver ahead. Time last lap, 1 minute 16.1. Piastri ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 6.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Okay, so they're extending their advantage by 2 seconds a lap at the moment. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.7 seconds. Flag. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. Okay, gap to the car in front, 10.7 seconds. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
And you could really tell today just how much of a factor the home race advantage was. Not only did they have the energy from the crowd, but they also knew every millimeter of this track. That's what the home race advantage means.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved watching that action today, and I'm sure these three have loved taking part. Here come our podium finishers. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.